Happy March Effect, everybody! March is my choice of month to celebrate Mass Effect to all of its might and splendor. Yes, I am indeed aware of the blessed day and month of our savior Commander Shepard being November 7th, but March is a very special month to me. It also marks the anniversary of my content creation journey online. What you will see is a re-upload from my very first channel on YouTube, my very first video in fact, about one of the bestest games ever. Mass Effect. I've decided not to alter anything about this video, not one single thing, rather leave it exactly how I uploaded it. This was my first attempt at editing, voice acting, video making, and the TBD signature you will see at some point was my first channel's name, Tailbringer D. I don't want to share too much right now, but suffice it to say I was battling with depression at the time, and playing Mass Effect, seeing Commander Shepard again, playing both male Shep and female Shep, the epic story, the well-written characters, and battling against a seemingly unstoppable threat from beyond the deep void of space not only lifted my spirit, but also brought me back to my creative roots. Now, viewer beware, this is not like my usual funny man silly videos that I do on this channel, okay? The videos I did then were dark, epic lore videos that were very time consuming and demanding. If you know, you know. Please note that I've added a few of my own storytelling twists, like giving Corporal Jenkins a more satisfying backstory and eulogy, rather than just leaving him like a World of Warcraft joke. A good one, but still, my plan was to add a few similar backstories like this without altering the actual lore or story of the game, obviously. Just a few notes to add some feather flair, not change the core content at all. Oh, and by the way, note that I always salute Commander Shepard during his first reveal cutscene and epic walk to the cockpit of the Normandy. Birth of a damn legend. This one goes to all of you fighting the darkness every single day. You're not alone, buddy. You got this. Enjoy.
To do this.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts reveal startling new technologies, enabling travel to the further stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect. The Mass Effect core of the SSV Normandy pulsed and thundered with calculated intensity. A mesmerizing symphony of highly advanced human and Turian engineering. The vibrations rippled through the surrounding terminals, making the holographic data readings quiver in response. The Normandy was in close proximity to the Arcturus relay, and Commander Shepard was finalizing the inspection of the engineering deck. The commander made his rounds throughout the ship, discovering that maybe the Normandy could definitely benefit from certain Turian weapon calibrations. Shepard revisited his orders from Alliance Command, strategizing about the best course of action upon arrival. The next destination? Eden Prime, one of the first human colonies on the borders of Citadel space that recently sent out a distress signal. Shepard wasn't convinced, however, from the official story. Something about the Alliance narrative felt nebulous. This was not a standard mission, not by a long shot, especially considering the parameters of the limited available intel about a strange artifact uncovered on Eden Prime. In addition, the caliber of one of the passengers aboard the Normandy for this particular mission was too prestigious for it to be just another routine assignment. That passenger was Nihilus, a renowned Turian spectre brought by the Council, only added to the sense of unease knowing at Shepard's gut. The captain of the Normandy, David Anderson, a decorated war hero, was rarely keeping Shepard in the dark. This was ill news, but Shepard was to be briefed shortly. Whatever was buried there caused its fair share of concern. An ugly world with a dark secret? As it turned out, the unfortunate human colonists of Eden Prime would receive a visit from a powerful entity across the far stretches of the endless void, a corrupting force of reckoning from long-forgotten eons, accompanied by an indoctrinated general and an army of synthetics that overrun both civilian and military targets, wreaking chaos and destruction across the surface. The fortunate colonists were those that fell in the first waves of the attack. Those that were captured, however, suffered a most gruesome fate. Shepard's intuition was seldom wrong. Something unnatural was underway. The commander tried to dispel the thought. All objectives from Alliance Command must be met, despite the lack of intel. The commander made his way through familiar corridors, reaching the Normandy's bridge. He left the hum of the engines behind him, and it was quickly met with a barrage of constant streams of lights and holographic data projections. As the Mass Effect narrative unfolds, Shepard's unease and concern in various situations becomes quite palpable, reflecting the gravity of the increasingly important missions in which he finds himself entangled. This trait, among many others, makes him quite relatable in the eyes of his team. He's not a know-it-all leader, but rather acknowledges any ignorance with humility and eagerness to learn and adapt. With engineering, personnel, and navigation stations all accounted for, Shepard proceeded to the armory for one final inspection and to gear up for the upcoming mission. He was unsure of what to anticipate, especially whilst working with a Turian Spectre, but humanity must do its part, as his captain, David Anderson, always said. Lieutenant Moreau's voice echoed throughout the ship, alerting all crew to man their stations. The final approach run towards the Arcturus Prime relay has begun. Lieutenant Moreau, nicknamed Joker by an instructor of his back at the academy, was one of the best pilots that the Alliance military had to offer and an exceptional helmsman for the SSV Normandy. Commander Shepard, now equipped in full war gear, made haste towards the helm. And with Joker's countdown to reach Eden Prime, thus begins the epic saga of Mass Effect.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
The roaring vibrations upon exiting the Mass Effect relay finally subsided, and the Normandy left Arcturus Station behind it. Flight Lieutenant Moreau, Joker, was actually born and raised in the Arcturus Station. It would be safe to assume that, after this mission, he's moving away from home in more ways than one. Joker suffers from a disease called Vrolik's syndrome, similar to brittle bone disease, making him virtually unable to tolerate extended physical mobility. However, that will not stop him from pushing through the pain when needed. Joker manages a near impossible arrival by delivering his famous line of "Drift, just under 1500K. This is what being the best pilot in the Alliance means in practice.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment.
So you hate him?
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Mass Effect veterans already know that Joker plays a vital part in the upcoming battles, manning the helm of the Normandy. On his right is Staff Lieutenant Kaidan Alenko, a Systems Alliance officer and head of the Normandy's Marine detail. He's also a powerful biotic, capable of manipulating dark energy, generating smaller Mass Effect fields, and utilizing telekinesis, protective barriers, and forced stasis to enemy forces. Kaidan suffers from certain debilitating health problems. This is due to his L2 biotic implants, which can cause pain spikes, extensive migraines, sensitivity to lights and noise, among many others. Kaidan is a loyal lieutenant with an unwavering commitment to duty. Although certain actions from Shepard force Kaidan to question his commanding officer's choices and posit some hard-hitting questions in the following years, his inquiries are not made out of defiance, but due to his moral compass and steadfast principles. Come to think of it, I believe that other than EDI in the later games, Kaidan is a pretty good counterpart for Joker in the cockpit, since he really does keep him grounded, pun intended. I'm interested in your opinion about this. Out of all the Mass Effect characters, who do you think is a good partner to not only confront, but also enhance Joker's sense of humor and have an amazing back and forth? Commander Shepard steps out of the cockpit, entrusting Kaidan to brave the incessant, merciless, albeit accurate observations and witticisms from Joker. Shepard is greeted by the Navigator, sharing his thoughts.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the Captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at Engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Although Shepard does not get to interact with Charles Presley a lot, he holds a vital role in the Normandy as the Navigator. He is usually found in the bridge, analyzing and assessing navigation data, charting new courses, planning and offering strategic situational analyses when needed. Although this is not explicitly shown in dialogue or any cutscenes, the Navigator holds a dark secret. A deep-rooted resentment towards the other races, the non-human ones, during the first missions in Mass Effect 1. We can get this brief window into his thoughts, however, when accessing his personal logs in Mass Effect 2. Corporal Richard L. Jenkins was talking with Dr. Karen Chakwas and eagerly awaiting to steal, if possible, a few minutes with the commander and inquire about the upcoming mission. That kid. Always at ease, even in the most formal military settings.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want, kill anyone who gets in their way.
He's rather startled when his commanding officer arrives unnoticed behind him. This is not the first time that Shepard has caught the corporal slacking off on the bridge. Upon noticing his CO, Jenkins suddenly halts his conversation with the doctor. Eyebrows raised, fists closed tight, his body jolted upwards. He stood up straight, with his shoulders back, just like Shepard always urged him to do so, and saluted.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds, just like you on a cruise.
Jenkins idolizes Shepard. In his eyes, the commander is a certified pro, unmatched in skill and ferocity. He was always amazed by Shepard's mastery over every conceivable firearm in the Alliance arsenal, particularly shotguns.
I try not to think about Akuz.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The kid is always itching for a fight in the battlefield, and Shepard was trying to help him tame those instincts internally. During his limited free time, Shepard even accompanied him in the armory firing range for some quick shooting tips, teaching him about warfare and advanced military tactics of other Alliance corps, psychological defenses in case of capture, and controlled aggression in the battlefield.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
That fire in Jenkins' eyes was unmistakable. Shepard had seen that fire many times in his past comrades. Only few managed to keep it in check. When it takes hold, it can consume everything around it, and, if left unchecked, can easily be extinguished, along with its host. The commander released his modified shotgun from its holster, checked the safety, and spent a few seconds showcasing some of its features. Corroded metal due to thresher maw acid still noticeable on the grip and around the muzzle. Jenkins' eyes widened in amazement. "You helped me navigate your home turf in Eden Prime," Shepard bargained. "Keep your head in the game. Support your fellow soldiers without visiting the good doctor in the infirmary again, and when we return from our mission, I will give you this. The shotgun that survived a cruise with me and made thresher maws think twice before unhinging their jaws." Jenkins' voice faltered, betraying his joyful gratitude. "Yes, sir. Thank you, sir." Shepard's charisma was unquestionable, but so was his wrath in times of crisis. "I expect you to fall in line, Corporal. Do not make me regret this."
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
The commander heads towards the briefing room to meet Captain Anderson and Nihilus.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
What does the Spectre know?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Protheans. A race of beings that reached the apex of technological prowess. They build a mighty empire upon the shattered rocks and splintered bones of conquered worlds. Fueled by secret knowledge passed on from another fallen race, the Inusanon. The Protheans developed Mass Effect technologies, devastating weapons, and held the galaxy on a tight grip through martial supremacy and cultural dominance. Years turned to centuries, turned to millennia, but eventually, no amount of scientific breakthroughs, forced unity, or shared banners between conquered worlds could prepare them for the coming onslaught. Drowned in a consuming tide, ushered by the Dark Ones from beyond. The Reapers. Beings devoid of the curse of organic consciousness. Always were, always are. Each a nation, each a god. The pinnacle of existence across the stars. Thus, the Protheans went from conquerors to restless oblivion. Now, their few remaining artifacts, shouting muffled screams, warnings of total annihilation. Offering visions of a repeating prophecy, counting endless cycles. A prophecy of the dying of the light, yet to come once more. As it always were, as it always will be. A grim reminder of the futility of organic existence, but perhaps a tool, perhaps a weapon, for the ones that are willing to sacrifice everything to stem the tide of darkness.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
I repeat, heavy casualties! We can't! Need evac! They came out of nowhere! We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Behold, they bear witness to an event akin to the arrival of a god. An engine of insurmountable destruction. A herald of the great darkness that swallowed entire galaxies before and is bound to do so again.
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
The image of the colossal warship burned into Shepard's mind. A behemoth from dark seas beyond, unfurling its massive mechanical appendages, poised to grasp yet another world in its suffocating grip.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Shields down.
Saren. Nihilus.
that brings me back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. My original plan for that first channel was to go through the entire Mass Effect trilogy, but alas, I was called to action towards other endeavors in real life. But I might flirt the idea to go back through my favorite game once again. My third video for this Mass Effect playthrough was incomplete at the time since I moved on to other jobs, as I mentioned. But I don't know, I might revisit it just to finalize this first emblematic mission. Thanks for watching.